and I would upload it to YouTube. So when I would do that, I think my sister used to give some comments to me saying, "Oh, you're not uploading that." She would be careful what I uploaded to Facebook. For example, my text copies of what my dad ever said. She didn't want that uploaded to Facebook. But I am so lax that I didn't want her to try to control me. She doesn't know my friends, and so anyway, if you were to take a look up this way, see, we can walk over here, and you can see the moon over there. It's a crescent moon. And then over here, I don't know if you can see it, is the summer triangle up there. And then over here in the south by the flagpole is the Sagittarius on the left, and Scorpius has been setting for the last kind of hour and stuff. So Libra has already set, and now it's about 3:30 in the morning. So technically we have up here, we have Pegasus, and Pegasus has risen, and you can see the crescent moon here. So when Pegasus is up like this, we can see Andromeda. Andromeda was kind of nice, and in my opinion, it'd be nice if I had a barn door tracker, but sadly, I don't know if making more money is the answer to my happiness, both giving to my friends and having enough for myself, because right now, I have before given to some friends, and it isn't something I should be proud of to them when I do, or tell them the dollar amount, but I'm looking for a wife, and I'm very sensitive, I guess. Some people think, I looked it up, and it said that if I was born on August the 2nd, 1976 at about 8:53 p.m., then my rising sign is Pisces, my lunar sign is Scorpio, and my sun sign is Leo. But all my life I just thought, up until a few years ago, that the only thing about me was my sun sign, which was always Leo. I didn't know there could be two other signs, and the rising sign is how others sort of see me as. That in reality, if it was Pisces, that makes sense. That people thought I was dreamy. They used to say that I was quiet. I guess I was sensitive. And if I was sensitive, one time someone said You have to be worried about the quiet ones. The quiet ones over there's where Sagittarius is. And I'm like, well, why do you have to be worried about the quiet? I guess, there's some indication on the internet that says if I have signs like I have, then I'm able to just explode at certain moments, or there's times that someone pressures me and I run out of a medium or something. And then there's another thing that says I'm more likely to be a criminal. Well, recently I'm under probation now, and I have to stay here in the state of Indiana because I was either going to go to jail or serve probation. Lisa didn't like the thing I did, which was just a misdemeanor to her, but what apparently they wanted to charge me against an officer, that was going to be a felony in Indiana. Said I criminally touched him. Well, it was a tiniest kind of touch on his vest, but, and I don't know what they accept and what they don't. I could have, if I had a witness, if I presented all the evidence, I'm related to Brandon Lee, so I need to watch out. On the other hand, I was in a Taekwondo class, and what I broke was a board with my right foot, not my right hand, and my hand is what touched him, and it wasn't my foot, except when lifting him off of me, but they say I kicked him 5 to 6 times. I didn't kick him a single time. The officer. So when I went into Sarber, whatever his name, he asked, "Are you guilty to all these criminal charges?" And I just, in my head, I said no, but out loud I said yes. So I know in my heart that my dad didn't believe in any swearing in. That's not what they really said. We believed in it even more, that we had to not be sworn in. We'll agree to, I promise. Yeah, and I promise that as per the provision that I give, I can make up my own law. That's what and I think Herbert would say, what foolishness. But Lisa knows that's exactly right. There's such as it's just that negativity is only rule something. Rock and roll. So, the Honorable Sarber here in this county is counting that, he gets felons or something. I don't know who gets the worst ones, but there's 3 different superior courts in the county of Plymouth. One of them's for traffic infractions, like minor things. I don't know. But, it's been a while since I made one of these programs movie things for YouTube. But you know, I wouldn't even broken the law had Lisa not been in this home. She deemed she needed to call 911, something that mom or dad reserved for big things. And I gave Lisa an ask-answer order. She said no. Apparently she wasn't going to abide by, she's not going to call 911. So she loves that. And then one time after I was in trouble legally, they just kept on being called last year. But see, if I'm under probation and they hear that I broke one other thing, they're gonna be quick to put me in jail, they say. They don't take another infraction. Or who knows how light it can be. And they don't. Or how heavy it can be, and they pass it. But here in another 2 more weeks into July, and Orion should be coming back into season. And it's just something to be expected. See, yesterday on 30th of June was my sister's 59th birthday, and she went out with Abby and Sophia and some of them, and she brought back cupcakes, and so when I had one, it was too much sugar for me, and I didn't sleep too well last night, so I just got up, used the internet, and walked and talked. But we have to keep it low. You know, I yelled that one morning on January 11th this year. They were just gonna call that disorderly conduct. You know, that thing. Apparently, if you commit a misdemeanor here, you don't have to automatically be prescribed jail time. But since I had also committed a felony, they said I can't just go to Bowen Center. They weren't going to allow it. They said it was either Michiana Behavioral Health or jail. So I haven't been to jail yet for this January 11th offense. I don't know if that's a miracle. I don't know. It apparently is a blessing God has given. Because normal people, you know, they love a woman driving a white vehicle. They hate how bad mine looks like it's almost black. I think theirs are blacker over there. Mine's got gray and it almost looks white. It wasn't compared to Lisa's dark white. See over here's these two vehicles. On the left is mine and then on the right is Lisa's. But over here are the Bailey's vehicles. They look dark, don't they? Except for the one over there on the north side of the Roberta's, which is apparently a Bailey vehicle. You know, but Herbert was talking about how the Nazareth people, the Nazarenes, some of them didn't like Jesus. They thought he's from our place. They didn't like him. And that was funny news. Herbert was talking about the time Jesus evicted a demon from some man. It wasn't the time that it was the pigs got it and then jumped off a cliff, but it was the time that he was teaching in the synagogues and a demon was gonna be evicted. And this man, apparently according to Herbert, this man started convulsing, and Jesus commanded, "In peace, go," or something. "Go, peace. Go in peace, you demon." But according to Herbert, it mattered to prove that Jesus was Jesus because he gave his words talking to the demon, not to the man with the demon. See, if he wasn't Christ according to Herbert, he would have started talking to the man, and then he would say, "You have a demon, try to evict him," or something. I don't know what you call those things, whatever it's called, exercising. I don't know. It's got a spiritual name, and my dad told me we're not to have to do with spirits. That the spiritual world is real, and we're not to have to do it. So it leaves more to Lisa to mess around with Mom as she's going to take her to Hopkinsville this coming 1 week and 2 days from now. One day after Sophia's 11-year birthday. She was born 2013. But, so, I tried to be nice a little bit, It seemed like I was using discretion. Oh, I always try to be nice. I try to be nice, and I sound like Herbert and stuff. And, Herbert was almost a celebrity. So I don't know if they were going to arrest Herbert. I don't know that he had the same 3 signs as I. And he felt the need to outburst himself. It says, among other things, that I'm really sensitive. It says that I'm kind of wise and intuitive. Of course, the thing is, it's going to naturally praise people, praises that, kind of don't belong. If I was real wise, I'd be less sensitive. Wouldn't be where my wisdom comes from. But, we know that people don't mess with God. You're not to tempt him, and he gets even with you. That's how you're pushing his buttons. But also, David, the name David means beloved. So, if I'm beloved, yet I get into trouble, he loved me a lot before I got into trouble. Now he's got his right light, turn light. So around they go to the right. I don't know what determines when people get it and what they do. But if you look over here, you see Sagittarius stars. Sagittarius stars to the upper right of that flagpole light on the lower left. So I'm gonna go back inside, probably here in a little bit. I think technically maybe, I'm not sure if that's Pollux and Castor that came back, or no, those are the two that represent to the west of where Orion would be, but in another little bit the Pleiades will be rising, and that will be interesting to see. Well, I'll talk to you later. See you later. Bye.